First one, got your eyes. Hello, how are we doing? Pressed the button and nothing happened. Story of my life. How's it going? It's Thursday. We're heading back to Skidmore in a bit. Or at least if all goes according to plan, we will be. And I can't imagine why it wouldn't go according to plan. How's things? I think I've caused issues here. Yeah. Right. Ah. Nice. Having technical issues? No, not really. Not as far as nothing major, anyway. Just, you know, the usual nonsense. Those things. And a bit of a rush around today. There's a few things going on. But it's all good. And obviously all of it going on in the evening, just to be nice and convenient. Yeah. Evening feeling, evening MB. Not sure what this crown thing is. Never seen it before until like 10 minutes ago. Right, here's the thing. Community leaderboard and XP. Place for fans to stand out in the community. Top 3 get special badges in live chat. Resets every stream, so you can try again. Collect experience points by sending messages and other bits and pieces. Yeah. If you chat, whoever chats the most gets highlighted, basically. This is a new thing. I just popped up today. Haven't seen it before. It's all good. No, that's the wrong thing. Fortunately, I can probably do something about that. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, Elder Scrolls games are on sale this weekend. The timing of that's amusing. Anyway, let's make that go away. And try again. I clicked the wrong Atomfall. I have been giving chase on Steam to where we've gotten to on Game Pass, and I'm a little over halfway there. Yeah, a little over halfway there. But more effort will be needed probably over the weekend, I think, because I won't have time tomorrow, I don't think. I don't imagine so, anyway. Did wonder if I was going to update for a minute then. Oh, slightly sweaty eyebrows apparently today, weirdly. And eyelids. A bit warm today. No idea what you mean there, MB. Oh, I have no idea what you're about. Nope, do not understand. Sorry, gonna have to clarify there. Anyway, we've been poking around Skethermore, which is dominated by the quarantine protocol. And exploring their, well, most of the area, it seems. We are currently hanging out in a bunker here. Everything sort of from here, inside this area anyway, this whole area, seems to be under the protocol's control and part of their main base and fenced off, which is not surprising. It's not on the map really, given the type of map. Yeah, we've got to do a few bits and pieces, I think. Let's see how it goes. A link thing. There's a link at the top. Oh, I'm with you. Yeah, the pinned message at the top. It's just a link to my a video, in case anybody wants to watch it, or in case I was late, which I always am. So, just linking that up there. Right, so I'm summing all my skills. I currently have 6 of them. Fine. I was trying to remember whether or not I was taking the right perks or the same perks on my catch-up playthrough, and I think so far I mostly have done. I might have another set in here that I've managed to acquire. Maybe. And I haven't picked up the bow ones yet. Or the firearms ones. So it's a bit different. But yeah, we're on top of things, I think. Got 6, that requires 6, and that is increases firearm damage when your heart rate's low. Reduces recoil. That's not a bad thing either. I'll do the bow stuff. I mean, fortitude's not a bad thing, increasing your max health. But I'm going to go with firearm focus so I can do more damage. Because I can, so why not, basically. Right. So we've got atomic batteries. I actually know where the spare battery is at the dam now, because I found that today. But that's not a priority right now. There are batteries at the Skidmore depot. That's the main thing. We don't quite know where that is yet. There's a Windfall shipment, which I believe has been taken somewhere. Scott is dead, so I didn't let anyone pass. Confiscated my crate. I think I've got the key for this. Back at their field station. So there's that. Signal redirector. Again, at the field station. Although Dr. Gary might have one as well. Skidmore entrance. Grindle's Head. Message to Ralph. We need to meet Eric. And that one we're going to work on soon because we were going to turn him into protocol probably. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea my UI looks exactly the same as it always does, Emmy. My side of things is not the same as yours, so... So... Yeah, that's very annoying. I've got a better version of this in my other save. I don't have as good a version of this, though. That's fine for now. Cool. So, what I think we do is kind of make our way over this way. See what we can see on this side. And then figure out what's going on from there. Because we need to meet the vehicle depot. There's probably a battery there. This, I think, is the garrison or the field station. I don't know. We'll find out. But there's a radio tower I need to get to there as well. And I believe the greenhouses are there and I need to get to those as well. So there's at least a few things I need to do. Probably by just following the road over that way, I think. How's it going, Ming Grandma? You alright? Unfortunately, well, YouTube definitely does need to take a few pages out of the Twitch book, but I've definitely not struck the balance yet. Yeah, not too shabby, thank you very much. It would have helped if they'd actually told us they were doing a thing, though. Because as it is right now, it's like, oh, here's a new feature we didn't tell any of you anything about. Pretty much as helpful as ever. So, all things being equal, I go up here. We'll make a decision as to whether we go this way or this way. I think probably going to be that way, though. Differences between Skidmore and Slatendale. It's a different place, but otherwise it's basically the same. It's just another Lake District Valley. That's fine, though. That's, say, just another. They're all gorgeous. So... that's that path. And yet, that, not a lot of this makes a great deal of sense. This is more of a path than a road. I guess it connects back to an actual road. But this is a road, I suppose. It's a single-track road that's not been used in 5 years. Okay, I'm okay with that. That being marked as a road, though, doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, the idea with the feature is just to try and drive more engagement, get people to do stuff. The theory is the more chatty and engaged people are, the more fun people have, the more time they spend watching streams. Hello, what we got here? Nobody else could hear it ringing. Hello. I should never answer that bloody telephone. I should have known something was wrong. Nobody else could hear it ringing. Now I can't help but answer them. If I don't, then I might miss my chance. I must not miss my chance. Hello? That's an interesting twist. Only certain people seem to hear the phone ringing. Like, could be a timing thing. More likely, or what he's clearly trying to imply, is that it's not what it seems. It is making some interesting noise over here. I want to go and have a shufty. There is nothing to be behind there. I was wondering if there might be a waterfall. Hello, those look like outlaws. Oh yeah, I accidentally sold my melee weapon, didn't I? That's the high power, isn't it? That's the, yeah, the pristine high power. Lots of lavender. Is it supposed to be heather? Could be heather. But it looks more like lavender. So these guys might be off towards... Well, if Falk's either way goes more or less where I need to be, I might follow and ambush these guys. Grenades. Alright, we'll let the birds do the work. Or we'll let the birds cluster everybody up and finish the job with a grenade. That went really quite well. How did Jan? You just want to lurk? Well, you are quite welcome to lurk. Apparently I can't speak. That's a whole other kettle of fish. I do appreciate it. No. This capitalist nonsense does put food on my table, so I'm somewhat sympathetic. I don't think I need the revolver, do I? Don't really need the additional rifles either, but I'll take them just because... that's gone into one, hasn't it? I'll take them because you know what I'm going to do? I might find somebody to sell them to soon. Kind of happy with how that went. Bunch of crows attacked those guys, bunched them all up, and then swarmed them, and I just lobbed a grenade and took the whole damn lot out with a single grenade. That's how we do it. How's it going, Noel? You alright? Work nonsense, that's the kind of nonsense we don't want for sure. How's things? One grenade to rule them all. We've had a whole load of is it a one grenade problem or two grenade type of problem? Ooh, requires Ilya's key. That name rings a bell, but I don't know why. Didn't know I could do that. Live and we learn. Happy about that, though. It's a bit small, but... So around here we've got somebody's note to find and a vehicle depot. So this should be cool. Yo, it looks bloody cool. There's got to be a photograph here somewhere worth having. Something like that, anyway. I think I might have my DLSS settings a little higher on this version of the game. YouTube's latest weirdness to get people to type more in chat. Or so it would seem now. Eric Whitaker. Eric's message for Alf. Interesting. How fast we get a message from the guy, and he's dead. Off at the Grendel's Head, Wyndham. I heard you're looking for some valuable tools. My best price is £39 for 3 shipments. Okay. There's 2 things to go back to Elf at the Grendel's Head. We now know of a secret tunnel that connects the Grendel's Head with Skidamore. For those occasions where you need to make a secret exit out the pub and run to the fells, apparently. Yeah, anything else going on here? I was half hoping to find a vendor or something, but what we found is a corpse. That sucks. There should be a vehicle depot near here and a radio tower. The vehicle depot should be right over here. Ooh, hello, we have a bunker. Vehicle depot? Question mark? Something going on over there.
No need for violence.
That bloody Welshman. I think we do need some violence. Welsh have invaded Cumbria. Seems like calls for violence to me.
Steady now. Let's have no bloodshed.
It's up to you. You can leave me there for alone if you'd like, but I don't suppose you will.
Don't do anything stupid, you...
So where is the thing that the trap is attached to? I don't know. Oh well. Oh, there it is. It's that thing in the ground there. So we might have a bunker of sorts over there as well. Interesting. Let's go and have a look in here and see what this gets me.
Steady now.
Yeah. I see what they're going for, but it is a bit daft. Yeah. This is not creepy at all. as well eat that, hadn't I? Get my health up. Cool. Right. Right. I will get rid of those, but leave them there for now. Piss off is this. Who strangers will find you. Sounds like this might be another way into that bandit hideout. It is. We've got tanks and bandits. I see a whole bunch of them. I don't know if the play is sit up here and shoot, or try and sneak down there and get a lot of them. I think the play is probably going to be there's enough of them hanging back here. They're all going to cluster. Wasn't quite what I had in mind, but hey, if it works, it works. That works. He still is here. Oh, shite. There's quite a large number of them.
I see you. Whoa!
What was that?
Nothing.
Bloody right! Bloody right indeed! I've gone out!
Bloody hell.
Reloaded!
Careful. You won't get jammy twice. What?
I'll find you. Just a matter of time.
There we are, that's better. Oh, yeah, fuckers. Some of that started well, and then it went slightly pear-shaped.
Oh, you bastard.
You kidding me?
Over trying to keep up on me.
Trying? This is all going very, very strangely. Could be a bunch of your dead mates too. I kind of hope they'd all cluster in the middle. I'd drop the grenade right in the middle like we did before and finish the job, but it's not how that really went, is it? I know what I was expecting from this place, but it's not what I got. Trucks, I guess, more than tanks. Yeah, spam's more of a concern to me, I think, now. Yeah. But I don't suppose it'll be a problem. But preventing it from descending into anarchy is why we have mods, isn't it? The moderator kind, not the Nexus kind, I mean. Oh, I shot somebody in this direction. Okay. I'm a little disappointed by some of the pickings on these folks, but and their general slimness. You gonna what, sorry, bud? Push up a few daisies? I thought that was what you were gonna do. Why did I do this whole YouTube thing if capitalism wasn't the thing and I didn't have to work? I would do something. I don't know what I'd be doing. Something creative. Whether or not it'd be YouTube specifically, I don't know. Possibly. Probably, maybe. The building stuff at least, almost certainly, I think. Although, then you get the whole question of like, what got me into it and stuff like that, and paths not taken and stuff, but yeah, probably, I guess. We still need one of the heavy armoured units requisitioned to act as a roadblock on the main road into the village. Realities of quarantine have been explained to the locals, but I think a heavy unit would act as clear and present reminder to the seriousness of the situation. I know that fuel for the armour is tight, but it's vital we maintain discipline within the civilian population. They outnumber us 10 to 1. Yeah, that is usually the way. Storeroom key, okay. I wonder how accurate to the appropriate time period these tanks are, as in late 1950s. They look pretty close. I am not a tank expert, I wouldn't know. But I am curious. He is very much pinned back at the moment. Deja vu. That's long been in a bunker that looks very much like this one. Vehicle bunker storeroom key. There's one of the things I wanted. The animations are pretty good. I gather the guns are not quite as accurate in their rendering as they could be, but they are still pretty fucking cool. They're good enough that an untrained eye that is not looking for exact accuracy is not going to have any complaints. As to what other things I'd be doing, music and or writing would likely be the two other major uses of my time, maybe. And, you know, just chilling. Better question is whether or not, without the motivation of money, we would have many video games to play in the first place. Certainly fewer of them, I suspect. You know, fewer of them coming out, but more that did would be passion projects. Not that they often aren't or anything, but the emphasis would shift even further in that direction, I think. Lots of psychotic ratties. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And I need a chopper. To deal with that. Got him. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Radiation resistance recipe. Know how to make it already, apparently. M1911, rusty. Like, I thought this was supposed to be one, but anyway. Yeah, let's eat those and eat that. Now if it's 1911. Average damage, average range. Average damage, high range, low recoil. Not as good as what I've got, which begs the question: why is it there, and why would I want it, and why is it only available so late in the game? Oh, it's there because it's iconic, right? But yes, I do agree. Creators are absolutely going to create. Quantity is the question, though. We'd certainly get a smaller quantity. I think I know how to get in there. Yeah. I think we'd get... Yeah. I think we get more weird games as well if it wasn't a financially driven decision all the time. Whether or not that's a good thing or not is perhaps open to a little interpretation, but... Well, everybody's dead, Dave. They're all dead. So store them over here. Let's do that first. It's atomic batteries that are damaged and leaking radiation. I'll come back for that. Quality of quantity? Yes, most of the time I would agree. Unless the quantity goes dangerously close to zero. In which case you might have a slight technical challenge. The hard part is the range of specialised skills that games development teams have. Getting a group of people with specialised skills together on the same project might be harder in that scenario. Not impossible, but harder. Radio tower keycard. Huh. Didn't know I needed that. Kind of should have worked it out though, really. On reflection. Still, I've saved myself a trip, haven't I? Inventory's full. It's going to be worth more to me anyway. Yeah, one would hope that would be the case in me. Should be open up more opportunities, but Yeah, to a certain extent. Without the same drive, I think you would find be a lot more solo developers, yes, but the result of that is much smaller and more focused projects. I wonder whether or not open world games would be a thing if it didn't have a driving motivator to put together large teams. Oh, I have got radiation resistance. Didn't even realise I had that. Do I have 1911 in here? I've got lots of things. It doesn't look like a 1911 is among them. I do have a farming knife though, and I want one of those. That's probably the one I thought I lost, actually, isn't it? Oh, it's full. That's not good. I'm gonna have to go through and find some stuff to get rid of. I'm just not going to use. Problem is, there's a pristine 1911, so I do have a pristine 1911. Don't need another one. All right. So we have to do a little bit of getting rid of stuff. There's got to be something in here that's not worth having. That works for me. I wish this was better organised. There isn't really a system for doing that. I didn't realise there was a key card for that machine, which is interesting. I suspect a lot of the focus, you'd have innovation in a different direction, but I suspect a lot of the innovation that has been made probably wouldn't have happened. No. I guess it must be bathroom time for the kitty cat. She's running around like a crazy fool. It's also dinner time, so that's interesting. Let's get out there. Take that now. Because it reduces the damage I take as well. There's another 1911. There's a stock Enfield. Take that mostly because I don't sell it. Atomic battery I can have there. Those rads really hurt. Yeah, it's not the incentive that's the issue, it's the capacity. You also get things like the internet requires massive amounts of storage, and creative people are not going to put that together. fear. It would have to come in from an external direction, like a government or something. So we're back up to full. How much gun oil do I have? Quite a lot, actually. But I don't want to get cocky with it, because that's how I end up with not enough. I really need to decide what I can get rid of here. Oh, I wonder what that weird noise was. It's the cat. She's sitting on the floor, being weird. Damn, I need to go and sell a bunch of stuff. I'll do for the minute. So I think we've explored everything there is to get here, haven't we? Yeah, cars would probably not be a thing. We'd probably still be riding horses. I think some people would strive in that way, MB, yeah. I think they just wouldn't have the resources to succeed in a lot more cases, though. You'd have a hard time getting as many people to focus on the same thing. Well, some kind of overarching driving factor. I think it would limit a lot of development. I wish it wouldn't, but I fear it would. This is interesting. There's a way to break in there if I wanted one. Also a view. This is another example of somewhere where I would very, very much like to have binoculars. Although they wouldn't like that very much. So we've got protocol and we've got fields where people are growing stuff, which they'd need to do if they're locked in here for 5 years at a time. So somebody would have to be producing. There's not a lot of people in here though. There's protocol, there's the outlaws, there's Wyndham Village, and there's the druids. And that's it. The outlaws are stealing whatever they can get. They won't be growing much, so it would become a very big threat and probably end up getting stamped out by protocol for the most part. Druids, they're harvesting more out of the forests. These guys are probably feeding the village, and I'm guessing they're using prison labour to do it, because the prison is over there, I think. Looks like I might be able to turn that thing off as well. That's interesting. Huh. I heard the name Agravine in there, who is the contact for the spies. I'm going to do a thing. Hold on. Getting a pen ready, because they didn't take notes of that one. Fortunately, I can just jog over here. Yeah, I think you're probably right there now. People wouldn't want to, though. They'd have more interesting things to do with their time than me. And even if they wanted to, scale just wouldn't happen. No way on earth you'd be able to achieve the kind of scale that is required for most of the technology we have today. Nah. Technology's not held back by just by profit, it's held back by people having resources. And where those resources are allocated. The resources just wouldn't exist without large-scale support structures to put people into focusing on a single task. And yeah, it just wouldn't happen. It just would not happen. You wouldn't have better public transport either, because nobody'd want to drive a bus. Or a train. Well, almost nobody. There'd be nothing in it for them. Shh. Q, that's what I want. Radio tower consoles must be kept locked at all times. Each console has a unique keycard. If you have forgotten or misplaced your keycard, there'll be a copy of vehicle storage bunker. Use access point L1 near the greenhouses. Yeah, not particularly exciting. We kind of knew about that already. Because we did it the wrong way around, but that's fine. It's a bit weird. It's been doing that lately. Right. Pen ready. Let's see what happens. I'm going to do that one more time, because I'm pretty sure I got that, but I was having to go quite quickly. My handwriting goes down the toilet when I do that. How are you doing, Steve? Probably true. But they wouldn't make the choice. They have better things to do, more interesting... Well, would they have more interesting things to do? The other thing, of course, is money goes away, then suddenly you get back to... where does your food come from? So, people wouldn't have the time to do a lot of this stuff because mass farming disappears and suddenly everybody's got a subsistence farm. Nice. No. I've got AKOTTADSCSHDAK. Whatever that means, I've got no bloody idea at the moment, but I'm going to keep the note anyway. At least my note was right. Yeah. So, once those done... Unlocked all the tower consoles, as Joyce requested, had a mysterious message being broadcast from the last tower. Joyce will be waiting in the interchange to hear from me. So, we need, primarily, to get rid of a lot of stuff. Because I'm lugging around way too much stuff, so... I'm going to drop by Nora first. And the best way to get to her is going to be along this road, because she's here, isn't she? So just following that road. Let's see what I can sell to her, if anything worthwhile, because cash isn't a thing, so I can't get rid of stuff if I don't want anything in return, unless I just chuck it on the floor, which I can do, but that feels horribly jarring. I could also do it in the interchange. Pick a spot, maybe. What do you think about that? So they're growing Christmas trees here. Although if they were doing that, I suspect the trees would be much larger. Ilya. Who's Ilya? I think that's wildly optimistic again, mate, to be honest. The amount of time and effort that goes into it. And then there's all the secondary technology that's required for... Oh, sweet. Farming at scale. I just don't see it happening. Much as I would like to see it happen, I don't think it would. Oh well. I mean, that's true, yeah. And round off. So yeah, just rad alone in this chat could mean so many things. The number increased by the presence of Fallout and the like, and Atomfall. I am curious if later on the game is going to reveal the reason it's called Atomfall. Because right now, yeah, it's an atomic power plant, but that has fallen, but it seems a bit tenuous. Star Trek, yeah. Star Trek's weirdly more communist in a way, just because it has a government administering its supposed post-capitalist world. Although, as we find out afterwards, this post-capitalist utopia they seem to have only exists for the elite few. So it's not nearly what it appears to be. Right, so what's she got? Well, she's got the machine gun ammo I don't need. She's got a rifle I don't need. She's got a lot of first aid kits. That's not such a bad thing.
Not much call for those.
She's not interested in explosive plans, huh?
I see a lot of those.
Or radiation resistance plans. Well, that sucks. On the other hand, I want to get rid of a lot of this, so I'm not that bothered. Meds are definitely worth having. I'm still doing alright out of this. Not so much the grenades. Anything else I want to get rid of there? Not on me right now, really. Certainly nothing I would like to buy from her.
There we go. All done. Watch your back out there.
Yes, indeed. So, right. I need to trade. There's Molly. Molly's really the only other option I've got because. Oh no, wait. There's another guy down here. He might have some stuff. Which would mean I'd need a trip to the interchange, which I would probably be best off doing via Wyndham, wouldn't I? So I think that's the plan. Head back to Wyndham Village, go to the interchange, grab some bits out of there. Actually, no, I don't need to go to the interchange. I just need to go to a bunker, so we'll do that on the way past. Go and sell some bits to, hopefully, sell some bits to the guy on the way out, and then stop by Wyndham and see how we do from there. I've got some shite on my glasses. Just my fingerprints. Hang on. Everything's going to heck in a handcart. Yeah. Right. Well, there's a question of who owns the property, but I think you're probably right with socialist, really. Especially as it absolutely is just limited to a handful of people benefiting from this supposed utopia. Yeah, communism is definitely more of a specific type of socialism, I think. A butterfly flying through the ground. Quite literally, flying under the earth. Here's an interesting thing I've noticed that I can't really explain. We have the heart rate stamina system in this game. Slightly annoying. Partly because I think a significant part of this does come down to it triggering when you're running around, actually. But still. There's that. But in Tainted Grail, there's a stamina system in that doesn't bother me as much. Probably because it only kicks in during combat. Takes the edge off. Yeah, and some are a lot more equal than others now. Right, so I'd like to have that up. Should get rid of some of these, shouldn't I, really? So much shit to get rid of. Any other small bits I would like to deposit? Revolvers? Nah. I was tempted to just craft those into a top tier one, but there's just not enough gun oil knocking around, so I'm not going to do it. I'll save the gun oil for things that actually do want to level up, like that shotgun when I get the chance. Nothing else I can pull out of here. This is something else I would desperately like to sell. I mean, like a chunk. No. Red resistance, worth keeping a couple of those, I think. Take those and I'll sell those. Hopefully. In theory, anyway, Steve. Problems less the capitalism and more the conservatism, I guess. It's those who wish to have more than other people that
Had a chain
tend to
customer.
stand in the way of socialism.
Here to see me stock.
Not the actual the wealth itself. Need that apparently. I must have chucked that in there. I give him 4 revolvers and he still doesn't want it. He does like stens, apparently, though. Apparently they're worth a lot more than revolvers. I'm going to take that off. We need the ammo there. We know how to do that. I mean, no plans on using a Sten gun, so or any other type of submachine gun. But having an excess of ammo is not a bad thing. Let's do that. Great, we're making a little bit of progress.
See you around, chum.
Right. It's definitely not a socialist democracy. It's not even a democracy, really. Not functionally, anyway.
When will we go back to the reactor site, eh? That's what I want to know. Can't fix anything from over here.
Interesting firearm there, sir. Give me a gun. Yeah, except they don't. It's only happened a couple of times in history. The majority of the time, people just kind of carry on anyway. Too busy getting on with life to push back against whatever's in control. And most haven't got a fucking clue what's going on anyway.
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still off limits.
Doing it for us.
If you need to
need
approach
nothing
the
worthwhile
woods
this
for foraging, request an escort at the village hall.
Request an escort, and it will be denied. I wonder if I can do any trading with Alf while I've got his letters for him. Unfortunately, Emmy, capitalism absolutely is compatible with human nature. It's the fundamental basis of it. It's just human modern predatory behaviour, and humans are predators. So
Welcome back.
we'll always default to that. Right, what do you want to trade? He's got shit, unfortunately. Just stuff I don't need. Kind of knew that was coming. Got the messages here after.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Knew you'd get it done. I'm glad you found Nora. She can be a bit of a knout, but she's a lifeline for us in the village. I don't know what we'd do without her. How's my contact in Skethermore? Been a while since I heard from him, truth be told.
He was dead when I found him as a protocol soldier. Didn't have any trouble finding him. He's dead.
Dead? Oh no. The poor bugger. He were a good un. And a few of them protocol lads, you could still say that about. You know, he were one of them ordered to stop that civilian convoy. The one that's just wreckage up on the Skethermore Road. Oh, don't think he ever forgave himself for that. Been a helping hand for us ever since. I really appreciate all you've done. These messages are more important than you might realise. Let's just say you've given the village a chance to, well, speak up for itself. Here, take this. And thanks.
Got a couple of Molotovs, which I think I've actually got space for, which is nice. Isn't anything else appeared there? No.
See you around.
Right, so who the else can I trade with? Molly.
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us and help us to help you. Follow the protocol.
Right, I've got lots to sell. I don't know if I've got anybody who's going to buy anything. Customer Woods. There's the one guy up there if he doesn't try and kill me. And I don't know if Mother Jago's actually... No, Mother Jago's probably a no-go. So I can try this guy. And I'll try Molly as well. So I think we'll have to try those two. Get rid of some of this stuff. And we'll look to picking things up again.
This is a defense announcement. The substation is now
Collective coming cultures where everybody contributes. Yeah, they don't exist. They never have done, and they never will do. Not a human society, anyway. That's not the button I wanted.
is no longer responsible for your safety.
What that announcement you just said is weird. A lot of mods for Oblivion Remastered, yeah. As is usually the way with a Bethesda game, they started appearing fast and they just keep on going. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't interest me at all in the Oblivion modding scene, but there's some interesting bits in there as well. And some stuff that just plain doesn't work, for example. But there's a lot of good stuff in there as well. Mike, what have you got? You got a key that I don't really need, but I might as well... Hey, fuck it, what am I trading for? I've got naffle else really, haven't I? Stern. So that key. I need the shotgun, don't I? I don't really need the bandages either. What are these?
Very good.
Okay, that works. So she likes painkillers and Molotovs. There's a lot better. She's got a shotgun ammo that I don't need. Okay. It's really not going so well, is it? It's freed up a bit of room anyway.
Want to trade again? You know where to find me.
Her outfit reminds me of something else.
You need anything, Molly will be here.
I'm not sure what. So I'll sell that. I think my next stop will be the interchange, really. Let's hit the interchange and then grab some extra bits and pieces and go to... is the interchange the best way? There's a bunker over there. It's a bit annoying to get into. Oh, it is in the right area. Yeah, you know what? I will hit that bunker. I've got this key now. Let's go and use that. Yeah. The search systems on Nexus aren't too bad actually, Noel, if you know what you're looking for, that is. But mind you, the categorization can be a bit iffy sometimes. There's something to do with a lot of different people with different ideas on it, using a system in an uncoordinated way. Somebody's fibbing to you, MB. There is not and has never been a society that actually worked that way. Every time you get something that gets close, the people at the top realise they're in a position to have more than everybody else, and they take it. Every single time.
The voice in the soil.
Nice idea, but it never actually happens. So we got druids. We had outlaws, and then I took them out.
One head has three.
Now it's all druids ever since. Trespassing, I'm knocking your mate out.
Yeah, you'll get yours.
Oh, you little.
Bit annoyed how many shots that took, but
You! I see you!
gotcha that time. Fucking hell. There's the corpse got to. That was washed down here. Anything good on you? Cornish pasty. Which Cornish pasties had those healing powers? I mean, they're pretty great as is, but if they healed you as well, I mean, they'd be the greatest food stuff in the world at that point. The mods I've been using for Oblivion Remastered are listed in the description of the stream. There's one that helps with hide the HUDs. There's a performance one that may or may not be doing anything. There's what else is there? There's a couple of others. One tweaks the UI a little bit, so it makes it a bit more streamlined. I'm sure there's something else, but I can't remember what. Off the top of my head, I am thinking about finding that mod that adjusts the reach of weapons to make them a bit more sensible, because they are a bit silly. Investigation, right, notebook. A battery at the dam, I know where that is. Battery at the dam is the only one I can do at the moment. So, I need to get over here, really, don't I? This is going to be interesting. Alright. Ooh, there's a waterfall there that I didn't know existed. Let's have a look at that. Oh, God. I don't know what the deal with those plants is, but like where they came from, but they are rather hostile. Lost your way? Oh, it's a note to go and find Mother Jago. Am I here already? Yeah, I'm actually. When you know where you're going and you just get going, you cover the ground a lot more quickly than anticipated in this one. Yeah, those plants pop up and start throwing things at you, which is not optimal. So at least, what? I've just been here this afternoon. I know there's a gap around the back there, but I thought it linked around. It doesn't, which begs the question, what's out there really, doesn't it? And I suspect... Let's get my sneak on. Yeah, the ferals have respawned. So good, MB. What are we on? Off 9. Cool. Glad those ferals do a bit of growling in the distance. It makes them a lot easier to keep track of. Well, they snore really, don't they? The kitty cat lying on the floor next to me. She's been up here a lot today. Don't know why. Alright, so I've got those two that I want to get rid of. I'll start using some more grenades and things, I think. Antidote. Whistleblower, I don't need that. Poison bomb, I don't need that. It's not going to sell for much around here, but I don't need it, so... That'll do for now. Evening, Grey. I like the font they've chosen. Excellent choice of font. Suits the tone of the game and sort of time period and the setting and everything really, really nicely. An excellent job there. He's hoping we don't run into trouble with this guy and he starts trying to kill me again. Because we did have a slight bug with the guy last time, didn't we? Or a while ago.
You came back.
Wonderful. He is not trying to kill me. He also only has a wall of any use. Shit.
Stay safe out there.
That's annoying. That's something they definitely need to improve on for the DLC and subsequent either updates or entries into the... Oh shit, that wasn't there last time I was here. Into the series. Game definitely needs better trading potential. More people to trade with, more stuff to trade, that sort of thing. I like the mechanic, but be fucking with me, boys. Oh, you're not that intimidated, huh? Well, well.
You what? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, I thought I might be able to do something about that plant, but apparently not. Didn't attack the druids. No, no point in taking it. Also doesn't seem to be attacking me, so... it's a Triffid, yeah, pretty much. I won't be surprised if it's inspired by them. However, new tactic. Seeing as throwing mollies at it didn't do anything, it doesn't seem to be keen on attacking me. By the way, I'm going that way. Probably can shoot the plants, so it feels like it might not be very effective and like it would be a waste of ammo though. Seeing as that one doesn't spit things at me, some of them do, but that one doesn't seem to. No, I came through here this morning and got caught by a Molotov.
You are troubling. If you stay, you believed.
Alright, that's what you want. See what happens when I lob this on you. I assume you're going to die a grisly death. Don't really need it or want it, so...
Stop your whinging. Hey, keep your eyes peeled now. Heretics will die!
Speaking, you're probably the heretic, but anyway.
Alright. More time to. Whoa!
There we go. Could have gone better, could have gone worse, but I didn't get hurt, so... Yeah, no. Yeah, smashing me to a pulp is definitely problematic on the plant front, but it's not exactly got the longest reach in the world, so... Anyway. Notwithstanding the fact that I also need to put some stuff in storage, the atomic battery that I need, I changed the substation thing so that this one powered down ages ago. I didn't realise it transferred the power to this one over here, and there's a body in there. So, I am rather over encumbered, and we're going to have to pick something to get rid of, I suspect. Probably the gun. Just fell right over. Yeah, they do that. So yeah. It may be dumb AI, it may or something, but on the other hand, it's also somewhat realistic in that regard. Looks like a giant thistle, really, in a way. Some druids on the other side, that's fine. Going over there anyway. I'm not exactly lacking for firearms if I need them. I do kind of wonder what happened to create this big old hole in the ground. It was obviously some kind of underground parking and the entrance was over there. L9 and L11 obviously sharing a space, and then the whole thing collapsed at some point in the last 5 years. There's the bottle we destroyed way back. Game's having a little bit of an issue with remembering what's going on there, I see. Destroyed that one again this morning as well. So, I freed up a bit of space. There's not really anybody else to trade with. So, need those, really. I think I might just dump them. Actually, I've got a better idea. Of sorts, anyway. But it's going to have to hold that thought, because I need to go to the loop. So, this is as good a time as I'm going to get, I think. Right. Nah. Let's try not to run the cat over. I'll be back in... well, I was going to say something... there's conjures way too many images, so just a moment. I'll be back in just a moment. Leave you with some tunes. Won't be long. We are back. Mostly, sort of. Down that pint of juice very, very quickly, and ended up with the expected result. And I stopped to see how the cat's doing. She's just chilling on the floor. Decided she wants to be up here with me today, apparently. Right. That's what I was thinking, Graver. Then I thought it was probably a little bad choice of words, given that I'm going to the bathroom. The plants of weed if it's growing where it shouldn't. Yeah. It is an odd choice of national plant, though. Thistle. Bit of colour, kind of prickly. I mean, that's kind of Scotland all over, really, isn't it? Bit of colour and kind of prickly. So I suppose it makes complete sense, but still. Outside of its use in Scotland, it is generally, I mean, it has some kind of historical kind of folk medicine kind of connotations to it, but generally speaking, what's the best way to get to the interchange? That way, I think. Generally speaking, it's not you know, the first choice of plant for most people to put in the gardens and the like. I've got slightly sore eyeballs and they're giving me a bit of a headache. I think I've been staring at the screen too long. Mind you, I've stared at the screen anyway, so I don't know what's different. Possibly something to do with Atomfall specifically. This eye in particular is a little bit sore.
You. We don't know you.
It's alright, you're not going to know anything. It's not for very long. That went better than I thought it was going to for a minute. I've got plenty of storage and I'll have yeah, and I need to free up some space anyway, so not really too bothered about that. Evening, Ancient. Some tea for a detox. Yeah. Go on, I generally subscribe to the idea that's what kidneys and livers are for, generally, but and also occasionally gets munched by cows or something, doesn't it, in me as well? Don't know how that fits into the description, though. Actually, there's kind of two things I'd like to do. I don't know. I might not bother with one of them. It's not that big a deal, really. No, I won't. So somewhere here, there's a way down. I've gone past the one I wanted. A bit further behind me. Okay. How's it going, Phil? Oof. Yeah, definitely not enough sleep there. Yeah, that's a fair point. And they do munch anything you put in front of them, pretty much. So, haven't been through here. Don't think I really want to either. But that plant there, that's the one that spits stuff at you. And there's a couple more of them around. I don't know if I actually want to go down that way anyway. May not be a good idea. That's why I quick saved it first. Oh, great. That went wrong on so many ways. It looks like there might be a down there, but I also threw something and it hit an invisible wall. Do not forget Mother Jago. Well, that went quite the way I wanted to. No. Oh, I don't know where that note ended up, but it wasn't particularly helpful anyway. I was actually gonna... Yeah, I want to go this way, really, don't I? That works. Wanting to move there eventually. Yeah, I have no idea what that barrier is. I don't feel like I'm going to win going down there either. I don't know that there's a lot of need to either at this point, I say. Right. Yeah, it was the thing that killed me in the end. Mainly the thing that killed me. It was spitting a lot of poison in my direction. Ooh, the hook's off there. That's not ideal. Yeah, I thought so. Bunch of outlaws again. No, thanks, you're not my type. I'll clean your ears out with an Enfield, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was whistling the wheels on the bus, yeah. Interesting. This looks like it's going to end up having cost me rather nothing. I'm a bit disappointed I didn't get more than one with that Molotov. Yeah, there's an Enfield. Burning torch is new. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. So, here's my big old plan. I go through here and find the things that I don't want. And chuck them on the floor in here, and hopefully they will remain here. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. No, I'll keep that. This is my hope, anyway. I don't know if this stuff will despawn or not, but if it does, it's not the end of the world for me. We're going longer than that. More like 2 at this point. I think that probably means, yeah, that's everything I want to drop. Everything else I kind of want to hold on to, so. There we go. Piles of unneeded shit. That may or may not disappear, but hopefully won't. Why am I ditching the mace? Because I'm not going to use it. Too big, too heavy, too slow. Also, doesn't actually resemble a real mace at all. Well, I mean, it does resemble one. It's just like 3 times the size, 4 times the size. We'll be going back for the Cornish pasty in a minute. Got no idea where these rats are actually emerging from, otherwise I'd destroy the nest. Yeah, I think we ran into a bunch of outlaws here at one point. But the fact there's a whole load of torches here is very, very weird to me. I want to know why. It says druids may be outlaws. I thought I heard something then, I didn't. It's weird. That's not the right door. That's the right way. We've also got Joyce to go and see, and we'll see what's happening there. Distracted killing a dragon. What are you playing now, Steve? Yeah, definitely relating to the rhyme there, not really the sneezing so much. Yeah, full medieval. It's somewhat doable. Keeping stocked with arrows, I think, would be the hardest part on that.
Oh, it's you! This man. It's not what it looks like.
What man's that? Oh, this man. Ilya Kozlov. Oh, wait. Volkov battle rifle. Nice. Journal and key. And I know where his thing is, because we found it recently. I've got a foul semi-automatic sniper rifle. High damage, high rate of fire, high accuracy. Not quite as good as the one I currently have, but when I get some more... I'm definitely happy. Well, we'll find out what's going on here then.
He came at me out of nowhere. I thought he was one of those horrid goblins.
And
So
you won, and he had a foul.
I shot him.
I'm surprised.
Damn this wretched place.
Dragons in Return to Moria? Interesting. I thought... Oh, that's who he is, Kolyov. He's the... he was the last remaining Soviet spy, and I was going to turn him in, and now he's here. How did he find you? He was a spy. You killed him. Should have been more careful. Yeah, that's interesting. Otherwise, he got a foul. I suppose he picked it up off British Army. On like acquired on site kind of a job. I know. Yes, how do you find you? You know him?
Do I? Of course not. I've never seen him before in my life.
I don't get the feeling I might have found
Must have been
Agravine.
another poor soul trapped here, slowly going mad. That'll be us if our luck doesn't change. Look, I'm sorry for what happened, but I couldn't take any chances.
My trust for her has declined dramatically now.
I had to defend myself, and that's all there is to it. You're back.
Except he was supposed to be my
All the
ticket
towers are fully
into
operational again. Thank you. I do hope you didn't have too much trouble with them.
into the protocol's territory, and now that's not going to work. Took some effort, but it's done. Did you get a signal out? Heard any news about a rescue? I picked up a strange signal when I activated the final tower. What was that?
You did? Golly. Well, I didn't hear anything.
Really?
It must have been an old recording.
I don't
The
believe
zone's
her.
just riddled with them, so hardly surprising to hear one pipe up as the tubes start warming up again.
Smells like burning pants in here. Someone sending a coded message. You might have access to the towers. Are you hiding something? Did you send that message? I think she did. I could accuse her outright. Yeah, I'm going to go with accusing, I think.
I must say I expected a little bit more gratitude. You do realize I'm trying to get us both out of here?
Yes, but you're getting
You
more
should
and more
save your
sus.
accusations for those who deserve them. Like the buffoons who caused this whole mess. I'm sure it was just an artifact in the system. That and no more. Pay it no mind. Now I think
You are
it's
standing
past
over
time
the
we
body
put
of
an
a
end to this
spy,
little
though.
holiday of ours, don't you? We need one last thing. Our ticket out of here. A piece of Oberon itself.
Really? Hey, Brian, so you know what it is? What do you mean we need a piece? I want to get out and pay up with stuff. You know what it is?
I've been doing some digging in the files while you were gone.
Ooh.
Lots of the data is locked away, but I managed to get a few fragments of it. Oberon seems to be some sort of object at the heart of the plant. They found it buried near here in the mines, and this whole place was built around it. What
Yes,
the
we know
object is,
that.
I couldn't tell you. But it does seem it was the source of a material that was at the heart of all the amazing science Bard was doing. My people on the outside can get me out of here, but I'll need a piece of Oberon for them. If you were to help me, I'm sure they'd let you tag along.
But
I mean, you do want to
no.
get out, don't you?
Who do you work for?
I really can't tell you. It's all rather hush-hush. Loose lips and all that. But look, I'm a decently principled girl, aren't I? Got Sunday school prizes and all that. Help me with this, and you can leave with me. You have my word. You need to get to the Oberon site. Once the interchange is fully powered up, you should be able to regain access to it. They were mining something there. It's worth seeing if the old equipment will extract a core of it. Then, well, you see, then you need to burn it.
Well, the consensus does seem to be that Oberon must die. On the other hand, I don't know who she's working for or why she wants to get that out, but this thing has been the cause of some serious trouble, and I'm not just going to help her get it or hand it over to somebody I don't trust at this point. Can't let it break quarantine? I don't know if that is a problem or not, because I don't really know what it's doing. On the other hand, there's the suggestion that the weird plants and stuff like that, and the ferals and stuff are all a result of Oberon rather. But the truth is, we haven't got a hard connection there. So I don't really know what the hell is going on at the moment. I'm inclined to keep it in quarantine because I don't know what the hell is going on, but we don't really know what effects it might be. I definitely don't think that something that has caused all of this, or all of this is the centre of, is something I'm just going to hand over willy-nilly. And also, we are currently standing over the corpse of a Soviet spy who she killed and is very, very evasive about. And we don't know who Agravine is, and now we're not going to find out because she killed him, or we're unlikely to find out. And yeah, it all just adds up to me really not trusting her. I don't know what she's going on, but she could well be Agravine, and I wouldn't be terribly surprised by that at the moment, which would mean the contact for the Soviet spies, I definitely, no. She's not somebody I'm putting my faith in right now. I don't know what this symbol on her jacket is either, but I don't trust her at all now. She has completely eliminated my trust. The body was bad enough, but her responses afterwards, now she wants a sample of it? No. I don't know that I have a problem with that. How does that help us escape? Something's not right about all this. Something's not right about all this, I'm going to go with.
Look, just hear me out, please.
Alright.
Whatever is there is causing the interference field.
Really? Where do you get that from?
Is our best shot at stopping the interference. And then the door is open for us to be picked up and escape.
Well, it could be true.
In any case, it's best that what caused all this mess is finally dealt with, wouldn't you say? Now look, once you get there and destroy the thing, the balloon will properly go up and things are likely to get hot here. So, if you have any loose ends you'd like to tie up, I suggest you attend to those first.
Did you even get a signal out? Let's find out if she got a signal out.
Oh, sorry. Still waiting for a reply, I'm afraid. But if the message made it past the interference, then I'm sure my people will be sorting out something terribly clever for us as we speak. All we can do now is be ready for when they arrive.
Yes, I'm mostly convinced she's a Soviet spy. But, yeah, don't trust this at all. Resolved infiltrators, yeah, mostly because, yeah. Okay. Page Familiar's journal. He's going mad, can't stay with him. These woods are touched by something evil. They are taking us one by one. Each day I grow more certain that our infiltration did not cause this. Whatever power is at work here is greater than all of us. Somehow feels inevitable. When I reach Skethamore, I shall bury what's left of our findings somewhere out in the fields. Exact location I will keep until the day of my death. I'm beginning to lose hope of anything more. Okay. So that's cool. Joyce wants a sample of Oberon. Fuck no. Wants me to destroy it. I'm less opposed to that idea. But Joyce is definitely iffy. Batteries and all. So there's still at least batteries that are damn. Did I not pick that one up? Oh, I forgot that one. Whoops. Oh well. That could stay there for now. Grendel's head. Okay, not sure what's going on there. Falls discovery. Secondary redirector. Interchange. Can't power up more of that. Find out what's going on. Bakery is resolved, so I can go away. That's resolved, that can go away. Okay. So we've got Path to Oberon. Hidden deep in the interchange through the Windscale Plant. Yeah, we already knew that. Open pathway to the dig site. Which apparently it's held at a dig site. Interchange must be fully powered up. We know about that. Very unstable, and if I did tamper with it, could have huge consequences. Okay, well that's something to be aware of. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So I still need to carry on with my... I'm going to need more Well, yeah, I'm going to need to work on a way through Data Store Alpha. Bravo is over here. I don't even know how to get to that yet until... I can't get to that, actually, I don't think, until I've got through robotics, which is my next job, I think, which I still need to go through Skithermore to do. It is key. Right. Can't get out because Skithermore entrance is, I believe, that way. But again, can't get to that at the moment. Oh, I'd get to Bravo via the Skithermore entrance, won't I? That's the thing. So, my master plan to getting in with Sims... what's this? Oh, that's the wrong way. Via telling him about the spy network is now gone. I don't know if it was even possible at all, but it's definitely not going to work. That's the way onward. Stick the file in there for now. Yeah, I've no idea if my plan was going to work at all. I'm going to check it and find out. But even if it wasn't, I'll see what I can find anyway. Yeah, if it wasn't, then not much has changed, actually, really. Just check that on the heap up here, actually. Yeah. If not, we're going to have to try and ninja our way through, the protocol's defences, and blood if I know how we're going to do that. I've got a couple of things I do want to check out on the way up to do that, though, so... How we're doing? Yeah, time to have a little look around, anyway. Am I planning to play GTA 6? No, in short, to be honest, Ancient. I played 5, wasn't that into it. I played some other games in the past that use the GTA style, structure, whatever you want to call it. I enjoyed some of those, but I'm never going to be a big GTA fan. I don't think. Yeah, GTA 5 didn't do it for me. Plus, as it currently stands, I don't see any particular... Well, I don't know. My current PC definitely couldn't run it when GTA 6 comes out. What the situation will be by the time we get there, I don't know, but there's a very good chance I wouldn't be able to play it for that reason as well. But yeah, it's not my thing, I don't think.
Citizens of Windscale.
Let's get them all on.
Leaving Wyndham, and the
Fans violence sake?
longer responsible.
I mean, you're usually living a criminal lifestyle, so in that regard, I suppose. But you got the choice, really. You don't have to be just insane. You play a more reasonable play style if you want to. That being said, yeah. Like we said the other week, actually, one of the characters was... they seem to get themselves into really stupid trouble for no good reason, just because they have poor impulse control at best. Or they're just outright insane, or not very interesting in GTA 5, so I don't know. I don't have a great deal of interest in 6 on that basis. I haven't even looked at the trailers. I know there have been a couple of recent ones, but yeah, not bothered. Not bothered, innit, mate? So I could walk all the way up to the front gate here, but if I try to go any further, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm pretty sure at least some of this involves a minefield out here. So I don't think you'll want to try and go through that. I'm going to have a poke up here, though, because it does look like there might vaguely be going to path through the hills, but there probably isn't. Yep. I think what I'm seeing here is you can't go that way. That ridgeline looks like it leads along a pathway, but no. Alright, so that's not going to happen. Now I want to go and find Idiot's stash and find out what he knows. A spy who apparently managed to get inside Windscale. And then from there, we'll have to see what... There's also an outlaw camp up there that I want to check as well. Be careful, because I know there's minefields around here. There's a way in. There's a bridge, though, and there is a minefield beyond it. Question is, are there mines in the water? And can I maybe slip through that building instead? Although there is a big robot over there. Interchange entrance in Skidmore is not exactly subtle, is it? Does rather dominate the skyline. The guy we found dead decided to help the villagers out, presumably by smuggling them stuff, because he was involved in the ambush of this convoy. There was a bunch of people trying to presumably find a way out when the quarantine came down. So there are gaps all the way along. There's like minefield, minefield, and I could probably use the metal detector to get through them. But it's doing that without getting spotted and shot that's going to be difficult. I haven't even got the benefits of cover of darkness to use either. Graphics, I haven't even seen the trailers, so I don't know. We'll see. I've seen plenty of graphical claims, and these days are diminishing returns at the point where either things look on the photorealistic end or they don't, and the ones that do are much the same in their appearance. Mind you, so many of them are using Unreal, that's probably part of the reason. Which obviously I don't think GTA will, but yeah. I don't foresee it being something I'm too bothered about. Fallout 3 will almost certainly look interesting and great, but it's not going to look hyper-photorealistic. They're not going to go for that when they remaster it eventually. In Oblivion, the problem we've got is that we don't have enough reach. In this game, the problem we've got is the reach is ridiculous. That's not really a problem per se, but it is ridiculous. Somewhere over here, wasn't it? There it is. Oberon biology report and infiltration report. Infiltration report began 03:30, 20th October. Entered by the interchange via the previously identified route through cave tunnels. Interesting. That's probably how he got back in again. Approached the medical facility from rear entrance. No guards. Single scientist on duty in lab. Neutralized. Discovered research into unknown fungus. Experimental stimulants appear to be manufactured from organism. Accidental triggering of containment alert on one of the vacuum chambers. Retreated to rail tunnel. Increased bard activity forced us to maintain concealment. After 4 hours in hiding, we felt massive tremor from the direction of the main facility. Quarantine protocol activated. We escaped back through the cave tunnels, unable to confirm cause of quarantine or our level of involvement in its declaration. Okay, so somewhere there are caves that will get me into the medical section. Interesting. Yeah, that's the real crafting thing to get. Oh, foul. Documents. Oberon biology report. There we go. Extract from 28th August 1957. Training stimulant programs going very well. Oh, crikey, these training supplements are using coming from Oberon. Not surprising. And that also makes me cautious. We have every reason to believe this growth is of extraterrestrial origin. Interesting. And yes, its compatibility with terrestrial flora and fungi is so phenomenal. It's phenomenal, perhaps suspiciously so. To mix my metaphor, perhaps Oberon is not so much a golden goose as a wooden horse. Certain researchers here are blithely unconcerned with such thoughts, and that worries me too. So they think it might be something of alien origin. Could be. I am curious. Apparently that stick is insurmountable. Hostile crows, leeches, and rats. And bats. Those are the 4 swarms I've found so far.
Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble.
No, but you are nonetheless trouble.
Don't you go asking for trouble or you'll get it.
There's a couple of your guys are wandering off, which probably means ambushing them away from camp might be the play.
Hey, better check it out. Gone. Must have spooked them.
Yeah, of course you did. What kind of heat these guys are packing, but it looks like I want to examine some of it. Rifles from the look of it. They're going to keep going. I'll let them go, I think. Saying that.
Don't do anything stupid, friend.
Like, get myself into position to molly your mates there.
Let's have no strife. Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble.
You lot bunch up. I will deal with you, but...
Did they go? Think you're good with that? Right then.
Didn't go quite the way I wanted it to, but...
I don't think so. You ain't going nowhere.
They've had it. Reloading.
Some bold shooting with a shotgun there. Not gonna hit me from there. He might from there. Crap, that's a bad shot.
What?
It was a hit. I don't know if it was a
Spineless bastard. They've gone.
kill. This will be, I hope. Yeah, as much as I'm happy to try out the foul when I get the chance, I do really like the Enfield. I don't know how anybody can make a judgment on what looks better than Mass Effect, because Mass Effect's not had any reliable information come out yet. Ooh, that was a hit. Must have brained him. So move sideways. There's going to be a few more out here, I think, but... maybe not. Shades of the Birds. Not from it. Well, know of. I've never seen that. Or read the book. I think it's based on the book, isn't it? Did I land that shot blind? I think I might have done. Almost blind. I did. Well, that's crazy. So, one thing I do want to do is that. Now I've got a better shotty. There's a tank trapped in the entrance there. There's not as much going on here as I thought there might be, which is not really disappointing. Heard a sound that I thought was coming from a person. I'm now not so sure it was. Well, that lit a fire up under my house in more ways than one. Dolphin out as well. Based on a short story. I thought it might be based on something. Yeah. Psycho's the only Hitchcock film I've seen, to be honest. Yep. That's interesting. Appearing up there. Something's kicking off. It's over there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get over there to find out what it is. I again find myself wishing I had access to binoculars. This is the interchange entrance. So, I mean, I could drop down in there, but at that point, I'll break my legs and be in the open and under fire. Yeah, window. Don't know that one. Yeah. Let's see if there's out happening here. I'm surprised the ladders are still lying around near these things if they're not in actual use. I mean, it gives the player somewhere to climb up and shoot from, but you'd think they'd be taken away and used by somebody else or down for firewood or something. I was going to say, didn't fall for this time. Instead, I got ambushed by a shitload of rats instead. What about any of that? I'm guessing I'm not going to find a way in up this side that looks any more appealing than anything else I've seen. Just they cut down the trees to give themselves sight lines. Oh, I don't know if they're succeeding in giving themselves sight lines. I don't see any sign of a cave there, but go and have a look. There's a cave. Could take a nail bomb, but I don't really need one, so. Can't get up there neither, apparently. I am curious where these caves that get next to the medical wing of the interchange are. It's our Soviet spy friend mentioned. Can't get up there apparently. So we are just outside the gate here. Now I'm technically inside, okay. Those footsteps say big heavy robot to me. Oopsie. Well, that was educational. We're learning things. It's the same reason we all look behind waterfalls. Video games in general, I think. I very much again find myself wishing I had binoculars. So I could just walk in through there. Got an entrance there. There's the river. But I don't think that actually gets me in anywhere really. I'm not getting up the slope there. And I'd have to cross the bridge if I'm on that side. But there's also everything over here. So down here there's this depot supposedly. That's the road. This is where the fields are. And there's this depot that I'd want to get to here. And along the river would seem like the way to go to get there. There's the prisoners over here. And this is what we're looking at here. And their camp. I need to get there. What have we got in here? Oh. It's this weird kind of shape that's like this, isn't it? Didn't like that anyway. Follows the edge of the tree line. Do you like that all the little additions are drawn on in biro? I don't know what the play here is going to be. Just the medical facility through caves. The other thing is, if I head to Slattendale, there is a cave that connects Slattendale and Skithermore, and I have a feeling it might be down here. It'll be somewhere on this side, anyway. Which would mean I'd be quite close. Maybe able to sneak through. But I don't know. I can go along this side here, but then to get here I'd have to come around the end and come back at it this way, and then hit here. I can't go through, so I can't really see much of what's going on here, although I do kind of want to have a look around this side if I can. But I think this is probably my best bet other than Slattendale. There is what looks to be a pipe there. Get far enough over here where I can actually see the entrance. Yeah, there's a pipe. I don't know if it's the kind of pipe I can get into, though. It looks like it might not be. Yeah, my guess is that's that point is where the Slattendale entrance is. But I don't know. It is just a guess at this current juncture. Yeah, they do give druids a bad name, don't they? Druid caves? No, I don't think it'll be there. Although, it might be in... Ooh, the area with that crazy fucking plant. Maybe. It might be where that crazy plant was, because... yeah, their initial hideout was in Custerfell Woods, which would suggest that their access to the interchange was coming from that direction. In theory. The one with the barrier, yeah, that's where I'm wondering if the entrance might be there. Good thinking. So, there's that to check, and then there's a spot in Slattendale. The interchange. Not surprisingly, given the name, it's going to be the best way to connect those different regions. Bunch of outlaws over that way. I'll see if I can't bypass those guys. Need some weed killer. Yeah, I need one of those weed burning bard robots. Got the flame tanks I can send in there. On my side. So I did want to try and see what I could see over this way, really, didn't I? So there's supposed to be a facility of some kind over here. Yeah, all these buildings, and somewhere off at that end, over there, would appear to be Special Protocol Garrison. Again, there's a gap there, but a big bloody minefield to go through, literally. So I feel like the river might be useful. Wade along the river. I mean, if I could go in at night, I'd like my chances substantially more. But, can he? Pilot one of the mechs, that would be interesting. Yeah, one of those. I need one of these on my side. I'm a little...
Sure, I like the look of you.
This is our turf. Don't come back.
Your soldiers are a fucking gang. Also,
War office doesn't give a damn for us. When I get out of here, I'm going up to Whitehall to break a few noses.
doesn't seem like the worst idea I've ever heard. Doesn't seem like the best one night though, but it definitely doesn't seem like the worst. Like a lot of soldiers over here. I feel like if they're all moving off in that direction, maybe I should come in around behind them. Seize the opportunity or something. But I don't suppose they'll be leaving the place undefended. Can I use the metal detector to find a way through the minefield? I'm guessing the answer to that is yes. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm guessing so. But it's like the minefields are all inside their perimeter, which means if I do, I've got to find a place to do it where I'm not going to be shot whilst I'm making my way through very slowly with a metal detector that goes beep, beep, beep every few seconds. That's my concern. Oddly less worried about the mines, more worried about the bullets. I just walk past these guys on the road and they kind of don't care, which is a bit weird. Because there's not really anything up here other than their base. I think they'd be a bit more, what are you doing? You know, asking questions and stuff. It's getting a bit late, but I kind of want to check those two options out before we wrap up.
Citizens of Wyndham, any attempt to interfere with the proper functioning of protocol patrol robots will be viewed as an act of sedition.
Always beware the saboteur.
Wish we could still get the light program.
And you see, I've never seen a bus stop sign that look like that. That probably is accurate and I've just never seen one, but still. Also, I was going to say that doesn't look much like a bus stop, there's nothing there. But on the other hand, there's a lot of places in the lakes where buses do just drop off and pick up from that you wouldn't know were bus stops. Ends of roads and things like that if you weren't a local. So that could actually be a bus stop. On the other hand, this is in the middle of a village, so it's more likely they would actually have a proper bus stop. Weird little things that kind of catch my eye and raise questions because I know the area that this is set in. Well, the area that inspired this, I should say. Definitely not set in a real place. Got a better foul than that guy's got. I think. I'll check later. Trespassers will be shot. Flashbacks to watching Hello Hello at this point.
Please, God, let the Xion put me under control.
That's the Windscale Plant that we currently can't get to. You can't really see it, but there are a couple of islands. There's this one at the front here, and then there's another one sort of sticking out behind it, which is this bit here. And my guess is that one at the back in particular is where the DLC will be set. Because we know the druids feature in the DLC quite heavily because the teasers have put up so far show that. We also know that from some of the lore that we pick up in the game that the druids originally started out set up on the island out there and then moved to Casterfell Woods from there. I don't want any of that. So, I think it'll be out there. That's my thinking. We'll find out next week, I suppose, won't we? Gents?
This is a defense announcement. The substation is now...
Big noisy gates. How's it going, Tango? All right?
leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety.
Well, maybe I'll see you anyway. Probably not, you know. So, up somewhere... Speaking Cave is not the one. That's near the stone circle. It's here that we want to be, isn't it? Yeah, not too shabby, Tangy. Smidge tired, but otherwise okay. Yeah, Morris's corpse is still lying there. I like that you can actually see some of the impact of your actions.
Steady now. Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble.
You sure about that?
Don't go asking for trouble, or you'll get it. You're not welcome here. What's happening? Have they gone? Get this over with, Sharpie. Loving the live one.
Yeah, let's give him a good seeing to.
Right, you. That's right. Keep your head in future.
Whoa.
That did not go the way I wanted it to.
I've got first picking. Come on, you lot. Take.
My idea was to try and not use too many shots, but
Take this. Where? Get down. Are they still there? I'm taking a shot.
was a bad shot.
Game's up for you, mate.
I'm getting a little bit annoyed right now. Oh, shit. We're gonna have to go a little bit John Wick, aren't we?
Let's check it out.
Wrecked my hearing there. Oof. Well, I'm not dead. Probably should be, but I'm not. That didn't go the way I wanted it to at all. I did that really. So I don't really want to go in here to deal with these guys, but there's always a bunch of guys hanging out in here, which is really quite inconvenient. I'll say that. They haven't respawned yet. I'll chalk that one up as a win. Wind dimension, so I was stashing stuff I wanted, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a stock. It isn't better neck than theirs. I do want to find 2 more of them though and get a better one. Eh, Steve? What? I think, well, I don't know what you're referring to, but it can't be what I'm thinking of, because that's not the kind of dream that's going to happen. Way too late. Mind you, I don't know how that would even pan out. So this guy's had enough all of any use. That guy had also enough all of any use, I think, at this stage. I think I've taken everything that's worth having, yeah. Just a shotgun in it, which I think I accidentally picked up, but for a minute there I wondered. Right, so we can follow this path up and then it'll connect. And we continue to follow it. It's something to look into. Love of. I'm not sure how I got away with that. But I'm not going to complain about it. So, I have a sneaking suspicion this one might be off the menu. Rebooting Firefly with new actors follow on from Serenity. Concept trailers. Well, I'll look into it. Yeah, too little, too late. And if it's not the original crew, who cares? Like, nah. Just nah. I don't really know how you could bring back the original crew. There is a cave entrance over there. Without it being unworkable. That one landed. That did not. Fucking hell. Save's coming. I had no idea there. I wanted to back up a little bit so I wasn't sitting so close to the tree that it was spitting poison at. Unfortunately, I got stuck on a tree behind it. Little one. I kind of ended up with in the very situation I was trying to avoid. Got it. Cost me 2, but I got it. This is going to kill me. Fuck. Objections on many levels to the way that went. To be honest, that just sounds like a guy who knows when to throw in the towel, I think. Save myself a little time here, I think. Need to know so they're not Mother Jago's tonic is something I have in here. It's not. Okay. So I don't know if I actually saved myself a great deal of time there, but anyway. Crafting. Okay, strange tonic. I can craft 2 of them. More Atomfall tomorrow is the plan. And some other stuff. I've got a video planned for tomorrow. I've got a fair few things to do. My fishing camp build, because of my new video plan for tomorrow, which wasn't there yesterday, will probably be Monday, I suspect. But we'll see. Day after today, Noel's birthday. Yep. Guess I should have done something about my health and didn't there. Okay. Not ideal. Not precisely, no, because I think if you finish the base game, you'll actually have a problem when it comes to DLC, because I think it sort of sits in ahead of the end of the base game. It's not perfect, but it'll do. But I want to make progress. That went better this time. Objection. For the love of... Castle Grounds hut key. Oh no, that's the things that were really not worth it. I saw the cave, I went for the cave, I thought the cave might be the one I needed. It's not the cave. It won't be through there. We know it's not along here. So the logic that... I mean, there's no entrance along here, that's for sure. Oh, actually, there's a road that implies there might be a cave entrance over by the logging mill there. Maybe we're going to check that out next. But I'm not dealing with all that again. That was... frustrating, to say the least. Well, 40 minutes, it will be Nell's birthday. So I'm going to look it up here and see if there's anything over there. If there is not, we'll try something else, I guess. Past way over there. And a way down on the left somewhere, doesn't really matter where. Those druids, or are those just bits of... No, there are druids over there. Thought there might be. It's a quite inconvenient spot as well. No, it's not going to let me sneaky down there either. Really don't want to pick a fight with you guys. I mean, I can, but I'd rather not. Beg. Well, that was not the plan, but what are you going to do, I guess, eh? It's not really the... I mean, there's some kind of a cave entrance beneath me that we could try and check out. I think I can come through here without too much trouble because Mother Jago is awaiting me down here, isn't she? Oh, I know those. That's the sewer entrance tunnel, isn't it? Mill. I could go that way, but there's probably a potentially angry druid that way. So let's go this way where there might not be angry druids. There will be, but I don't know. I know there's definitely angry druids the other way. It is a pretty game, 12, yeah. It's very cool. Quite the head scratcher too. I do need to go across that way.
We cannot feel out your intent.
A bit weird, these druidy types, aren't they? Or a box of Maltesers, same with you.
We cannot feel out your intent. Better safe than sorry.
There's like 3 of you down here in a nice narrow rack.
You'll die here. No, be more. Don't die on me, city bugger. Where'd you get to, Pat? Bloody right.
Let's have a look for them.
I fell off a cliff because I just gave him a right bunting. Oh no!
No bugger! I'm shooting.
I just got fucking massacred. That didn't go well. I threw a volley down there and instead of hitting all 3 of them, it landed in the middle and didn't get any of them, I don't think. And then just aggroed an entire crowd of people who may or may not be right between me and where I need to be. Tastes better out of the box than the back. An interesting idea. I'm thinking here, aren't I? which is technically inside their camp. Definitely do need to
We don't know what you intend.
then to try and get away from you. And this time try and not aggro you and or your mate.
You're sent. We don't know yet.
I don't need to understand the purpose to fulfill the purpose.
You are troubling.
It feels good not
Some
to have to
bugger
understand
playing
things
hide and
anymore.
seek with me.
Yep, they are just going to be angry, aren't they?
Your intentions are unclear.
My intentions are none of your fucking business, so leave me alone.
This soil will feed.
Come out, coward!
Let's see how you like this.
Heretics will die!
Right,
That was a close one, chum. What the?
Ah, feck, I'm stuck between two groups of them now.
You'll rue this day.
Right, so I think we need a new strat, because that one's not working. Just need a party ground. Yeah, they're not exactly 10 a penny, Gray, no. Mind you, as long as you don't destroy the things, you can just, well, wash them and reuse them. I do know there's nothing behind that waterfall. There's definitely nothing behind that one, I can tell from the angle of it. It's getting much later than I was hoping this would take me. So you get around the back of it, and then, well, there's a couple of parts up there from there, aren't there? I'm sure there was a full Wicker Man when I came through earlier, and they set fire to it since. Not sure, but you know. Not really convinced. It's getting a bit laggy down here at the moment. Frame rate's dipping a bit.
You are struggling!
And they're gone, they're crawling away at a rapid pace. There are a lot of them over here.
I hear you. Come out where I can see you. They gone.
There are a lot of them in this lumber camp, a lot more than there were. I seem to recall.
we don't know what you intend.
We don't know what you intend.
I intend to find out where this path goes. Gives me a sniper's nest up top, that's what it's supposed to do. Oh, to sit and pop heads. Gun oil? That's a nice find though. Yes, I suspect American media is the reason they've spread out across the UK. There's red plastic cups. Right. Technically, I want to go hard right up that way, don't I? But make sure none of these folks get antsy about it. Which they shouldn't do, I don't think. Now that I'm over here. That one might.
Your intentions are unclear.
Well, unfortunately, my intention is to go through that gate, so we have a bit of a problem here.
We don't know you. Empty your hands.
Soil be.
I'm so tired of reminding. I'm taking the rest of your time for what you've done.
Shut it. Ah, reload, damn it! It's not going the way I wanted it to. In a lot of ways, this is not going the way I wanted it to.
You killed Paul.
Okay, what? Paul?
Time to bleed.
Couldn't be. It should be time for you to get staggered and then chopped to small pieces. Fucker. Unfortunately, it will be awkward evading my attacks. Right. If this goes the way I think this is going, and it's telling me this is a dead end. Ah! Yep. So this plan have not worked at all. And I've gone through a lot of aggro for that. Really don't fancy trying to get back out of here either. Oh, dear me. I'm gonna load all that because I really can't be hearing that. Paul the shopkeeper. He'd say like that's what he was saying, something like that. It's not a very druidic sounding name, no, not at all. Yeah, most of it's very much mid-20th century quarantine zone type vibe. But you do get the Custfell Woods definitely has the druid thing going on. Pineapple cheese and cocktail pickled onion. I'll skip the pickled onion, I think, Steve, but the rest of it I'm down for. Pop it out for like a cocktail sausage or something. Polonius. Yeah, that's a bit more Roman, that one, I think. But he does seem to be roaming the woods, so it works. What's wrong with my joke? No. Who said I'm an unbeliever? Believe many things. For example, if you follow me down this corridor, you're not going to go back up it again. That's the bigger thing I believe right now. Not sure what the sour pickles are, but they sound iffy to me. Cream cheese is just, yeah, sadly a no-go for me. But otherwise, I like the idea. There's the Flattendale interchange entrance. Not nearly, well, much further away than on the overland route than it is on the underground route. There's definitely some kind of magical portal making the passages inside that place seem shorter than they are. Yeah, crap.
Let's just calm down, eh? No need for violence. Is someone messing with me? No sign of him. Must have legged it.
No, I just stopped and stayed still. Took a couple of steps backwards. Oh, nice. Someone's got a bandage on him. Nicky boy there's out of the way. We should be able to go. We good now? Goes well on everything except ice cream. I'm sure there's some other things that could go on that list as well, but yeah, wouldn't end well for me, I don't think. The Pinots in general I'm in favour of. Well, I don't think it would put me in A&E, but it would make me very, very uncomfortable and very, very unpleasant to be around, I suspect, the cream cheese, no? Cream cheese and a toothpaste tube. I think I might know the sort of thing you mean, actually. Yeah, definitely a no-go for me. Have a good one, Fido, and I'll catch you next time.
Don't do anything stupid, friend.
I'm just walking on by, mate. Don't mind me.
There'll be trouble.
That start nothing went be nothing, buddy. And this guy's kind of in the way, so he's probably going to get snapped. He's put to sleep. Actually, I was going to go through the interchange to save some distance, but in the end I don't think it worked out that way.
I know you're in somewhere. You've had it.
You son of a bitch. You might have survived if you'd left me alone. Mind you, I did check your mate out, so I suppose there is that, but still. Not the point, is it? These experiments are costing me a lot of aggro. That does sound good, actually, to be fair. Cream cheese salsa and tortillas. Apart from the, severe digestive discomfort that would result from it, but, you know. So, it was a bit of a mission to get around here, but we did it. I don't know if it's productive per se, but... It's not where I thought it was. I thought it was going to be down here, but it's actually all the way up here. Also, not actually somehow in a sleep mine ruins. Okay. In a trespass zone, although I suspect the minute I step out of a very, very specific confined area, probably that fence, I will end up in a spot of bother. Freya. There's a Cornish pasty. And a recipe for painkillers. Probably not good. Be another thing I can't sell. A guy in there might trade some stuff with me. I don't know. Another something that burnt down. Seems to be a klaxon there that can detect me right through a solid wall. Yeah, I'm just on the outside here. There's the TARDIS again. So I could follow this path adequately down in that direction without getting into trouble. Let's go more under authority of quarantine protocol, comply with all orders given by protocol, report to suspicious activity, follow supply requisition directives. Remember, protocol forces a thin grey line between you and violent chaos of unpatrolled sectors. Treat them with the respect they deserve. Yeah. I'm gonna say no. So this has gotten me here, which is good. I am, however, no nearer to figuring out a way into their territory without setting off an alarm, though. It's just an Easter egg, but... I think it's a blue-painted ordinary phone box as a nod to the TARDIS, actually. What little we can see from here. That looks to be the case, I think. Ah. There's also a lot of the rings meme in here. There is, yeah, there's a lot of the rings Easter egg. There's a Mr. Bean Easter egg and others besides, I'm sure. Well, we still need to find a way in, and my best bet so far appears to be trying to come in this way, but I also need to get here, and it's possibly down the river. So, I don't know, man. I just don't know. was worth it. There's an Italian job one as well. Didn't see. I haven't spotted that one, although I'm not surprised. But I don't think the idea is so much to be historically accurate as to be somewhat funny. In that case. Our TARDIS reference up there is not quite right either. It's a blue telephone box, but not a police telephone box. Lots of them are very English, yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, if I was going to do it, I'd wait until I finish for sure.
Had a chain customer. Care to see me stock?
You've just got the shit that I sold you, haven't you?
See you around, chum.
Indeed. For one shiny evening, we are way over time. That was very frustrating. I thought we might have detected a couple of ways that the a couple of places those caves might have been. Get into different parts of the interchange, and I'm sure they are findable that way. Or maybe the way to get in is just by powering up different data centers. It could be that. But I feel like the caves must be there somewhere. Logically, Customer Woods would be the place to look, but can't imagine where the entrance is. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. Yeah, I definitely went differently because Miss Tanner and her encounter with the guy who he left. On the other hand, it could be somewhere in the Skidmore region. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Mind you, the passage he will have got in and out of was used prior to... excuse me. The quarantine going into effect. And I don't see how, mind you, I was going to say, I don't see how we could have got across Wyndham and into Customer Woods without using either the interchange or getting caught. Maybe he did use the interchange, but then that still brings him out in the middle of protocol camp in Skidmore. And he's a spy. Maybe I'm overthinking about it. Definitely overthinking it, I reckon. Still, many questions I guess we're going to find out answers to eventually, because we've still got a large chunk, I think, of interchange to explore, as well as a decent amount of Skidmore still to do. So there's quite a lot still to explore. I've just got to figure out how the fuck we get in there without slaughtering my way through. I could make friends with Captain Sims. There's definitely things I could do there. I might have to see if I can go and ask the guy. Have a go at talking about the spies, maybe. Oh, I found a Soviet spy. He's dead now. But I don't know if that'll work, because he's dead in the interchange. So if I'd managed to tell Sims about him beforehand, that might have worked, but I didn't. It was too late. I just feel like the only way to get in with protocol, really, is to sell somebody out that I can see at the minute. Either the Reverend or Morris Wick or the Baker. Excuse me. Thank you very much, MB. Much appreciated. The sticker, I think that one is, isn't it? Super sticker? I know, YouTube does weird stuff there. I'm surprised I didn't get an alert, though. Raises questions. I need to give Stream Elements a kick. It should be working. Yeah, it's definitely working. I don't know. Curious and curiouser. Yeah, the chair car is in there, yeah, up in Slattendale. But yes, allegedly he had to drive the thing himself, or had help, or like a team of two of them making it work. But yeah, he did actually have to do his own stunts because they just didn't have the budget for anything else. Plus, it was a different time as well. Front end of the 90s, I think, wasn't it? It's based, as far as I can tell, on commenting and chatting, Gray. It did give me a... There we go. There's at the top, there is a community crown icon, which I think you guys should have access to as well. And then when you click on it, it tells you who, it gives you a list of who's chatted the most. And stuff. And the top 3 get icons in chat, and yeah, that's basically how it works. It's a bit weird. But new today, apparently. God knows why. Well, yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, I guess we're going to try and break into Protocol's facility and get in through... We need to find the signal redirector and then try and get into the interchange through from Skithermore tomorrow. Both of these things are ominous, challenging, yeah, prospects, I think is a good word, yeah. Ominous prospects. I don't know how we're going to do this, but I think there'll be a lot of saving and dying, maybe. We need to... There's a couple of places to get into there, and I'm either really missing something, or... I don't know. How I'm supposed to get through without getting shot or blown up, I really don't know. I mean, obviously that's the point, but there must be a way to do it. I mean, I could snipe my way through, create an opening, take out a bunch of the protocol soldiers from a distance or something, create a gap in their defences that way and get in, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting one tomorrow. All my exploration today did not get me very far, or at the end today, which is unfortunate, but nonetheless, we live and we learn. Cost me a few resources, but I needed to free up some space, so back in the interchange. Well, I can go back to the interchange easily enough and grab a bunch of bits and pieces and stock up and stuff before I go back to Skithermore, which I probably will do, and I'll loop back through Slattendale back to the interchange. Actually, we're down at the bottom end, so no, I won't do that. I'll go through Wyndham Village, but yeah. We've got options to do that and get ourselves re-kitted before we try it, which I think will be the job. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the plan tomorrow night. So, you know where the buttons are if you want to. Likes, subs, notification bell, all that good stuff. I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you've had fun. Thank you all. Yes, thank you for that sticker. Was that UMB? Oh, it's gone off my screen now. Yes, it was UMB. I do appreciate. Yeah, we'll dive back in around about 8 o'clock tomorrow and see how we get on. My switch over to Steam is an ongoing process at the moment. I am about halfway there, so I should be good by Monday. I should have caught up by then, but yeah, it'll be a bit of a mad dash, I think. I've got quite a lot to do. I've got at least half of Custerfell Wood still to do, and then it'll be over towards Skithermore, so... not vast amounts. Oh, and the robotics wing of the interchange as well. I need to do that. So, yeah. Lots to keep me busy over the weekend, I think. Which should be good. And yes, still planning to jump into Tainted Grail on Saturday at some point. Probably Saturday evening. We'll see. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Like, subs, notification bell. Social media links in the description, and channel memberships if you would care to, all appreciated. You know where all that stuff is. Check out playlists if you want to watch anything else, or the rest of the series. And yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow around about 8 o'clock. Should be good. So, until then, have a good rest of your evening, have a good day tomorrow, look after yourselves, stay safe, and I will catch you around about the usual time. So, till then, see you next time. Night, folks.
No.